Welcome to Maximum Impact with Jay Cameron. I had an opportunity to attend the YouTube Creators Festival here in Accra, Ghana, and I met this young lady right here, Joy. She is a YouTuber, and actually we ran into each other at another event, and we were talking about the highs and lows of being a content creator and all that comes along with it. So Joy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, glad to have you. So now tell me about this journey, this YouTube journey. Now, how long has your channel been up and running?
Okay, so my channel has been up for like 2 years, but I've been so bad with posting. I've not been consistent, and it's been so hard because I had to buckle it up with my 9 to 5 and other things, and like I've just been lazy because YouTube is like a whole work on its own. YouTube is a lot of hard work, determination. You just have to love it. That's just it.
Yeah. I understand.
It's not just about creating a channel and starting YouTube. If you don't love it, it's just going to be a lot of work.
What would you say to that person who's thinking about starting a channel? Because that's their concern. They're like, okay, it's a lot of work, all of this is going on, and you recognize there's a lot of work in it. Why would you say that you've been lazy? And then we'll talk about some things that you would suggest to that person who may be thinking about it but haven't started yet.
Okay, so if you're about to start up a channel, like me, you just have to love it, first of all. Have a niche, have something you want to talk about. If you want to do lifestyle, if you want to do something different, but you should know that whatever you want to do, you should love it. My channel is about lifestyle. I love hanging out. I love meeting people, going to places. So like for me, that's like a lot of things I love doing all together. So me creating a channel about that, it's nice. But the only thing is that you just have to be consistent. That's the only advice I'll give to anybody starting up a channel. Just be consistent. The whole believing in yourself, doing this, it's nice, but that's secondary. But you have to believe in yourself. No, you have to be consistent. Sorry. You have to be consistent. You have to believe in yourself, but you have to be consistent. That's just the number one rule of starting a YouTube channel. Be consistent.
I agree. That seems to be the biggest thing. Because
Yes.
I know when I started getting serious about my channel, which was a little over a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it'd been up, but I wasn't serious. So I was hanging out with some friends of mine in South Africa.
Okay.
And they were like, hey, you can, do this. And we did an interview on their channel,
Okay.
and it got like 10,000 views
Wow.
in just a couple days. And I was like, this
Okay.
might really be something here. So I just started deciding to put the content up and putting it
Okay.
up. And next thing I knew, we just started growing. Next thing you know, we're 10,000
Okay.
subscribers. Next thing you know, we're 20,000. Now we're approaching 30,000.
Oh, wow.
I was like, wow, this is
That's cool.
pretty rapid. But it was a consistency, the quality of the content also.
So with how far you've grown, are there times that you feel like I just want to stop doing this then?
Oh,
like
I
it's
did.
really hard.
Oh, I took breaks.
Oh, really?
I probably took off about 5 months since
Wow.
then. So because you get to a point where you're putting up so much and you're just going, and then you're like, okay, I just need to breathe.
Okay.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, what do you talk about on your channel? What?
Okay, so my channel is about lifestyle content, vlogs, challenges. It's just good vibes there because basically I won't say I don't have a niche, but I feel that is my niche because I want to talk about lifestyle. I want to go to places, travel, vlog about so many things, just enjoy myself there. Pranks, challenges, whatever. That's just what I want to do because so far I've not really have a particular niche like some people. Like with your channel, you have like a particular niche, and all that. Some people are on sports, some people are on cooking, natural hair stuff, fashion and all that. But mine is just lifestyle, and I go around, take videos. I help on challenges. I just vlog about everything and anything when I'm around that area or I'm attending that event and stuff.
Okay, all right. But I mean, that's how it all begins.
Yeah.
Now, when you put your first video up, did people watch it, your first video?
So the thing was that when I started YouTube, I really had I wouldn't say it's a bad habit, but I think I was looking up to certain people. And when I started, at first, I wanted to have a perfect YouTube channel. Like, I wanted everything to be nice, background, everything. But I wasn't really getting there. So when I put up my first video, it was just about me talking about myself. But another thing was that I was so shy to share that video. I shared it to just few people, but I was really shy. Like, I don't know, what will people think? What will people say? Like, is this nice? What is this girl going to come and do? Is she boring? Is she interesting?
So all the thoughts of
all
that.
those things were there. Even my second video, my third video, I still couldn't share it on like Facebook, Instagram. It was just on my WhatsApp. And even on my WhatsApp, it was just few people because I was like, what will happen? I'm also working. What will my boss think?
Oh, wow.
Will he think maybe I'm not being serious with my job and I'm not doing
There you go,
YouTube?
YouTube.
So it was just mixed feelings for me. And it was really a bad idea because if I had used the same energy I started with and share it with my friends, I'm sure by now I'll have gotten to like a good amount of subscribers. But because I was being shy, I was just like, I don't know, I was scared. And with the kind of person I was growing up, it was a bit difficult. So I think now I'm just coming out of my shell and I was
Okay.
just trying, I just want to be there. I don't care right now. I can just bring out my phone and I'm vlogging and I'm taking videos. I don't really care. I'm not really that shy compared to like before.
But you know, that's where a lot of people struggle because they want to do a channel, but the first thing they think about is what everyone else is going to say
Exactly.
and their critics, and they don't want to deal with the haters that come, the trolls that come, all of that comes
All
with
of
the
that
territory.
drama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
And so because of that, like you said, they'll send it on WhatsApp or
Yeah.
they'll send it on, a different platform, but they won't put it out there.
Yeah.
What are some things you would advise people to be careful about putting out there? Because sometimes people put too much out.
Yeah, for me, I feel number one, the internet never forgets. It looks like, okay, this thing has passed, but one day, it will come up. So I feel like if it depends on you, with that question, I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to personalize it because everybody are different. Some people just want to put their all. Some people feel that that's their safe space to talk about so many things and not being judgmental, even though people will judge them, but they feel like, I'm just going to put it out there because some people turn off their comment section. They just put it out there. They don't want anybody to say anything. So everybody with whatever they feel like they want to put out there. But for me in particular, I'll be very careful moving forward. There's so many things I will not want to put there if it's going to affect certain things or certain people, because some people don't want to be on cameras.
Right,
there are
right.
people that they don't want to even be on Instagram, maybe their babies, their children. So I won't go around taking people's children and I'm like, hi, meet my friend's child,
Right,
because
right. Yeah,
they might not like that.
yeah.
So with people, if you're starting up a YouTube channel, you have to be very careful. You have to know what you're putting out there. If it's going to affect you in the long run, you just don't do it. If it's just you don't need to let everybody know what's going on in your life. Social media, sometimes it's like 50-50. There are fake people there. They put whatever they want you to see, but in their own space, they are going through a lot, and it might actually affect you negatively or positively. So you just have to be careful whatever you put out there. So that's just what I'll say.
Well, for somebody who's shy, and for somebody who's, I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of subscribers, because people are going to hear, if they hear the insight that you have, I think that's what people are looking for.
Okay.
Relevant content that's
Okay.
real and consistent.
Yeah.
And they're looking for real people. And it sounds like you have a good grasp on what to put out there, what not to put out there. I always tell people, I say, be careful, because people want to know what's going on in
Exactly.
your business. They want to be all in
Exactly.
your business.
Yeah.
Like, some things none of your business.
Exactly.
But they want to know. And the best way to manage it, because, social media is a business, especially if you start getting paid.
Yeah.
You monetize your channel. But you also mentioned how there's some people that have this image,
Yeah.
but then they're going through a lot
Exactly.
behind the scenes. Have you seen, or do you know people who've been through that?
I know of a few, though they are not on YouTube, but they're my friends, personal friends. I know that they're not real on social media. They just do it for clouds. They make everybody believe that everything is going well, but when you go back, you know that they are actually really struggling. I know of a few of some of my friends. For me, I feel like when I'm not 100% in the mood, I don't want to fake it. I don't know how to fake it. So I think that's also been a problem of me posting videos regularly, because I want to bring up my camera and I'm faking hi. No, if you watch my videos, even though they are not a lot, but my videos are just me being me at that point. I'm not even going to lie about it or being like, oh, I'm not in the mood, but let me just do this because I want to do it. So I feel for me, I post real content, and I don't even know how they do it. Like, I don't know how they do the fake life shit.
Well, they do it. They
Because
go. Yes,
me,
because
what you
it
see is
works
what
well
you
for
get
'em.
right now. Like, I'm just me. When people say I should tell them about myself, honestly, I don't really have anything to say, because I feel like, what is it? Okay, that I'm like this. I don't even know, because this is me. This is Joy. This is just me. Like, there's like nothing more. Nothing.
But you know, people appreciate that. People appreciate you
Yeah.
being who you are, and they might say, "Well, oh, there's nothing here," or you might say it's nothing, but for them, it may be a lot.
A lot. It's true.
Because it might be an inspiration. Because you might, be in a position of, you might be in a position where you're inspiring somebody who might be on the edge, or they might be
Exactly.
thinking, oh, you might inspire somebody who might need the courage or the push to
Exactly.
put their channel out there. You might be inspiring the next million subscribers,
That's true.
or you might be the next one that
Yeah.
hits a million. So those are things that I believe, if you're consistent with it, you'll begin to see that growth on your channel. Now, where can people find your channel?
Okay, so the name of my channel is Joy Vlog and More. The end is the, what did they call that thing?
The
The and.
and
The
sign.
and sign. And more. So it's just a normal lifestyle content vlog. Initially, I wanted to start the channel with, like, I wanted to make it a couple channel, but I realized that I think he wasn't really interested, and I felt like there's so many things I want to do, but I feel like because I want to make it a couple channel, it's going to, like, I have to be ready when he's ready, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to make it Joy's Vlogs and More. So the More is,
So you said it was going to be a couples channel.
initially, when I started off, I wanted to be posting like me and my boyfriend doing those couple shit and all that. So I think I have a few. My highest views is actually a yoga challenge I did.
With him.
Yeah, like we're trying yoga poses, which went bad because it was really hard.
Oh, I don't even want to, especially for him. He might have been there. You know. So
He's
he
actually
didn't want
not-
to do it? He didn't want to do it?
Okay, so he actually not a social media person.
Okay.
He's not really a social media person at all. So bad with it. Even on WhatsApp, he barely chats unless, I think we chat most of the time, but with his friends and all that, he barely chats. He's not a social media person. So making him do all of that it was a struggle.
That wasn't his thing.
Yeah, and it was really slowing me back, because I felt like, okay, I wanted to do a video with someone. And another thing was that I didn't have friends, close friends that were also YouTubers. I didn't have friends like that. All my friends were not YouTubers. So sometimes I just have to drag one of my friends, okay, come, let's do this video, come, let's do this content. But sometimes they're not really into it, but I'm like pushing them. So
now you realize you have to do it.
right now it's just me and me alone.
Hey, but it worked. The thing is, it can work. You keep plugging away,
Exactly.
and you figure out what works and
Exactly.
what people want to see.
I've
and
said
what
it
they
from
wanna hear.
today till forever. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to post videos, interesting content, so many nice, interesting things. So you guys should go and subscribe to my channel, because it's going to be so much fun there. And I know you don't want to miss out.
And that's Joy and More.
Joy's Vlogs and More.
Joy's Vlogs and
And
more.
more.
And that's right, on YouTube. And you definitely want to go subscribe.
Yeah.
And let her see, you'll show some love when you get there in the comments. Let her know where you came from. Let her know
Yeah.
that you came from Maximum Impact and that you saw this video, because, again, it takes a lot to get off the ground. And a lot of times you have YouTubers or content creators, they only talk to certain people that have a certain amount of numbers. But everybody
Exactly.
started at zero.
Exactly. And that's also a challenge for me. Sometimes I feel like some people don't want to mingle with people that don't, like, they're now starting up, because it's always hard. But I just feel like you don't know who will give you that viral content.
You don't know.
You don't know who will inspire another person in your channel because of what they see. I don't know if I'm inspiring anyone to start up a YouTube channel. It's a good thing. You should start if you want to and if you love it, because aside the money and the publicity, It's like you building yourself, your self-confidence, knowing yourself, knowing what you love, and just putting it out there. Everybody has a talent, I feel like. So I think with that, you could actually know what you're good at. If it's public speaking, if it's so many things, you could actually find your dream with YouTube. So I feel it's a good thing. YouTube is a good thing. It's positive and it's negative. So it depends on which one you want to pick and go for. That's just all I have to say.
No, Joy has given you words of wisdom for sure, and you want to make sure you go check out her channel, Joy's Vlogs and more.
And more. I like
And
when you do that. And more.
more.
There's
So there's more.
Yeah, there's so many things coming.
So many things on the way, and your support, and then you know.
So should I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
How was it for you when you getting a name for your channel?
Oh, I've had, well, I have other interests outside of the channel
Okay.
that I was able to tie into it. So Maximum Impact is a part of my travel brand.
Okay.
It's a part of my empowerment brand.
Okay.
So it's a whole brand.
Oh, okay.
So when it came to Maximum Impact with Jay Cameron, it just made perfect sense.
Oh, okay.
Because it was like, okay, and what I do is make an impact.
Yeah.
And I do that all in the U.S. I do it here in Africa, you know, but it's that's where I had a name that I knew would resonate. And so,
And me right here, he has actually made an impact. I remember when we met him, he was taking us through. You guys have to be consistent. Me and my friend, he was talking to us. He really inspired me. You actually made an impact that night,
Really?
you know.
Okay.
Because when I went back, I was like, oh my God, like for you to talk to, you know, there are people who will not really want to talk to young YouTubers. We feel like, oh, you're just starting, make your mistakes, and maybe later on you get to know. But you were like trying to encourage us, and you really wanted us to have this interview, which is like a plus, and which is like, I really appreciate it so much, because not everybody want to do that. They actually want to feel like, okay, I'm so big, I'm bigger than you. Go, you relax, don't worry, I'll just tell people to subscribe. But you actually brought me here, so it's really a great privilege to be here. I'm so happy, and hopefully maybe you guys will get to see me again.
well, you know what? The deal is when your channel takes off, just don't forget me when your channel
Okay,
takes off.
definitely.
Then I'll come over there and do an interview and say, well, thank you so much for letting me
Thank
come
you.
on over, you know. But no, it's you never know who's going where because everybody starts from the same place.
It's true.
And if you ever, I noticed a lot of social media people, they get these big egos and stuff, and they don't want to talk to you. And I can tell you a million and one stories, but then I also watch them implode, and I know
Okay.
that there's a real story behind
Okay.
it. And so you never know who, and everybody, whether you have 3 million subscribers or 300. What makes you more valuable?
That's true.
You know that's just how I see it. You know, other people see it differently, but that's how I see it.
And I want to say something. So with YouTube, if you're a new YouTuber and you started your YouTube channel and you're posting links to your friends and family and they're not subscribing, relax.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
keep posting.
Yeah, go
'Cause
find
it's
find
so-
other friends and family.
It can be so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
A close friend of mine couldn't subscribe to my channel. I've been sending her links and links and she never. And I was like, why? Just support me. So it can be that difficult sometimes. So just expect things like that from me. Just know Joy said it.
And that's words of wisdom. Again, that's all. That's a little bit and more.
And more, it's
And
true.
that's a little and more.
And more. I'll be your motivational speaker.
Yeah, but that's real. That's why I wanted to have you on here because I heard what you were saying when we all were sitting down talking,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait a minute here, she has something to say.
It's true.
And so if you pay attention closely, you know, you want to follow her because you will watch the evolution of her channel. You watch her grow. You'll watch
yeah.
her go through the growing pains of everything, and then before you know it, through her consistency, and then you can, you know, check in. Hey, let's be how's the consistency
And I
coming
really
in?
want to learn. Like, you guys should give me, like, if you think you want me to vlog on something or you want to teach me something, like, I'm open 100% to learn. I love to learn. I don't know it all. I don't know anything. So I love
But
to
we're all
learn.
learning, and that's the good thing. And remain like that. Remain a sponge, so you can always learn new things. But listen, everybody, it has been a pleasure. It's been a joy. Speaking of joy,
I know, right?
I
Yeah,
know, right?
Joy.
and I want you to go subscribe to her channel and show her some love, and continue to encourage her along the way. Joy's Vlogs and more. They're right here on YouTube. And then what I also want you to do is make sure that you subscribe to this channel, Maximum Impact with Jay Cameron. Make sure you share and all that good stuff because we want to
Comment.
make sure that we support one another in this space. And one person can be up tomorrow and be gone the next day. And so that's why we want to make sure we honor and respect each other and support each other in this journey. So until next time, take care, be safe.
Bye.
Open up your eyes and see all the fun and mystery. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny. From the mountains to the shore, so many things to explore. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny.
The Adventures of Darren and Destiny. And Darren and Destiny are twin brother and sister, and you go on their adventures throughout the African diaspora, meaning so African diaspora destinations, primarily focused in Africa, but we go to South America, we're going to go to the Caribbean. Their first book is going to take you to Ghana, and then we're going to go on a safari, and from there we're going to go to Ethiopia, and then we go to Salvador, Brazil. And what the goal is to be able to inspire curiosity in the continent of Africa in our children from a very young age, and to really tell a more accurate story. Most of our children are exposed to negative images, late night infomercials about how bad things are, everybody's sick, everybody's poor, everyone's uneducated, but that's simply not true. So what Darren and Destiny and their family do is they go to different African destinations. They are learning about these different places. You're beginning to see positive images, but still telling the truth. I mean, that's the important thing, to tell the truth about some of the things that have occurred. But it's all done on our children's level so they begin to understand it. And it begins to pique their curiosity. They begin to learn more. And hopefully one day they will want to explore and visit the continent of Africa and its many countries. There's just so much that Darren and Destiny are able to do, and as they're doing it, it's like they begin to open the minds of a new generation, and they don't get bombarded and indoctrinated with negativity. They're actually able to see positivity and inspiring images and messages about the African diaspora, as well as those who are still indigenous to the continent of Africa, and they begin to learn more and just see things differently. So I'm excited about introducing the Adventures of Darren and Destiny.